What's up, y'all? Back to some more road dogging. Oh, woo, woo. Oh, on this adventure, we are gonna tear in the little end. We're gonna try and got a base gaskets in, so we're gonna dig into this and see if we can get her all buttoned up nice and tight. This will be my first time taking heads off a Harley, so we'll see how this goes. Are you coming? Hello, McFly, you home? Not a professional, but I got a little bit of amateur wrenching in me, if you know what I mean. Calm out. So I guess the first thing we're gonna do is we gotta get this tank off. I did just give her a bath. I'll tell you, first bath in a year. A little in. Never wash a hunting dog, they say, but it's the end of the year, so we're about to do some wrenching. Yeah, it's very depressing. I actually might be doing a trip on this bike in a couple weekends. And that's why I want to get it fixed. But mostly is because this is my main bike to ride. Like when I get home, if I want to run to the store or go pick up dinner at one of the local pubs like to bring home, this is the bike I want to jump on and go on. It's cheap. It's, you know, so I want to get it running back right. And I just love riding her, you know. So, oh, we're going to tear into this. First thing we got to do is get the tank off. That's a 1/2 inch and Allen key. And then after that, we'll just start picking it apart, take the carb off, and go from there, see where we're at. So let's do this. Well, I got the gas shut off. Ain't worried about draining the tank. I'll just leave everything in there. Luckily, after modding her out a little bit over the winter, to make it a little easier, not so much junk in the way to take off. So, I thought about getting one of the big table lifters and then getting an extra little jack to get up on it, but I was like, you know, for the price, this thing don't work too bad. You gotta think about your weight distribution when you start taking parts off. As I started taking the front end off this, and she got a little light, so I had to put a jack under the rear tire. Luckily, I had it strapped, and it was still lifting the bike jack right off the ground. Well, one thing my dad always taught me is any spot you can put a bolt or nut back in to save yourself the thinking of where it goes, it's always easier to do that. Everything else you definitely want to lay right out and have organized. Take pictures if you really aren't sure of what you're doing, you know, so that way you can at least have something to look back on and put it together. Oh, that brake lever's right in the way. See if we can go with that. Just stay right there. There we go. Getting lighter. This nice cheap little TC Bros intake cover off. I had it loosen up on me once. I had a buddy say, oh, there got junk. I had a friend of mine that kept falling off and all this. I was like, yeah, they definitely aren't high quality build, but I only had that happen one time it come loose, and that was on a cold night in the mountains after being in the desert heat. So for the price and the efficiency, I can't complain. Be nice to clean these screens. They definitely need it. I wouldn't know. I need to watch more on this stuff before I go any further. I watched a little bit, tried studying. I got a manual, so not too worried. Yeah, you can definitely tell little Ann was due for a cleaning. She got hot on the road. Quite a bit of oil pouring out the ports, but I kept her filled up, so that's what they're supposed to do. They got to breathe a little bit out when they get hot. So those long days, 100+ degree temperatures out west. Yeah, that stuff's no fun. It is fun. But I'll take 70 all day. Alright, now we got the ignition off. We got the choke pulled out of the clamp, so we're going to see if we can try and work this carburetor out. I think all should be good. Split manifold moves more than I thought it would. try and feed these wires through. You got our fuel intake, carb, and you got your throttle cables. Now with it out, you can undo them, but honestly, yeah, I'm probably gonna undo them. I was thinking about I could just let it hang, but no, I need to clean this thing. And I did mark the one cable to where that goes, because you don't want to lose track of all that. And there, carburetor is off. And we know the spring goes in the backside, so I guess if you memorize that, you ain't got to mark nothing. Yeah, see? I don't know. Any of you experts out there, I think she's just a little oil stain from sucking it, you know? It's long days out there, out west. I did, if you've been following the videos, you can look back if you haven't, but yeah, I did a month on this bike camping. Going out west, went out to Utah. I actually got the map out right here to show you. This is, let's see how I can zoom in on this. Yeah, started out here. This is, the green line here is the trip I did 2 years ago. This year I went down through Kentucky, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, did a little loop through the mountains. Over in Utah, Moab, started zigzagging up to Yellowstone, Beartooth. Then I cut down through, what is that, Bighorn. Over to Sturgis, the Badlands, then back up through the UP. I think I cut up through here, yeah, across Minnesota. Across the UP, down Michigan, and all the way back. So, on the old Sporty. So, I mean, these bikes, if you get it set up right, honestly, like, people look at these handlebars like they're goofy, but if you're going long miles and you got your backrest set just perfect, and you just chill there with your elbows to your side, you can't beat it, really. All right, so we started to get a little bit ahead of ourselves, which I figured I'd probably do at some point, but I gotta get the exhaust off before I really go any further dealing with the top. So I gotta take it off the jack. We're gonna lower that down, get the rest of the heat shields off, take the lower brackets, and then work them off the heads. I sprayed those. Once I realized, I was like, oh wait, I gotta go another direction real quick. Got them soaking, and so that hopefully will help a little bit. Ooh, got no throttle. Oh, forgot I gotta take the safety bar up. There we go. Dang, I rolled it so close that she's too tight. It's a hamburger, so I'm gonna back her up a little bit. Two steps forward, one step back. There we go. Give her just enough lean room. And we're in there like somewhere. Alright, got our nice little bridge expansion pad. Makes it a little easier on the old back. See if we can get the rest of this off. I don't know if the spray helped. Well, it always helps, but like I said, they definitely weren't on very tight. Which kind of makes me glad I'm doing this, so now I can snug them back up. I know, I'm not sure what the torque rating is, but I know that it had to be a little bit more than what they were holding. Oh, we got this. So, let's see how this goes. I don't know if I gotta take these off together, or if I can get, no, I think I can get it slid off. This is separate. Maybe. Are you coming? Hello, McFly, you home? Anybody there? Well, I don't know if I like the idea of this. I think I'm gonna go back in. I think I'm gonna try and take it off as one. I think it's just gonna go easier. Oh, I missed little Ann. I want to ride her so bad. I actually I went to go get groceries over at Morgan's Meat Market this morning, and I took the Blue Bull. And as we were riding, I was like, man, you know what? Let's just see what we can do on its stock. Me and my brother was over the other night jamming, and we tried bleeding the front brakes a little bit to give her a little bit more, but it didn't seem to help much. Kind of did at first, but I don't know. But she'll do burnouts. I got the front wheel off the ground, but I just can't stand the handlebars. I want to have a little bit more control. And I started practicing some donuts on it, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun, but I can't wait to get it set up. But man, for just my daily cruising, this is my girl. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I think we might be onto something. Ah, these garbage stock pipes. I can't stand these things. I gotta get a different set. It's driving me bonkers. I don't know. I don't know if the forest ranger's gonna be too happy about this, Yogi. Well, we got her back on the jack. Strapped down, stabilized. The next thing is getting this split manifold off, whatever you call it. The problem is I think I got to take an extra Allen wrench and cut it because this is so tight. So I got to cut that down with a grinder, and then we can get on to that. Oh, there we go. We got live action. Yeah. Try the other side. Ooh, that one had a little pressure. But we got them. They're all broke loose. Oh, say it ain't so. Here we go. So, got her done. Something you want to be very delicate about. I had to do this last night to get the intake off. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. But now I got to do it to get the rocker head off of this side, because it is a tight fit. But that'll work. So now we got coverage, I guess. All right. I had to regroup, watch a little bit of retouch up on things to make sure my head was in the right spot. So yeah, we got this cover loosened. We're gonna loosen this one up next, and then we're gonna start popping stuff apart. So, all right. So yeah, if you got spare Allen keys laying around your garage, just find one. There's a 1/4 inch for the intake and a 3/16 for the rocker covers. So I'm gonna pull the front first because it's the easier one. I'd rather kind of start with a little bit of ease and get to know that I'm on the right path before I go to the rear, just because it's tighter. But what also I did last night, once I got that loose, is you have to have the rear tire off the ground, put the bike in gear. Second, I ended up using third, just because I was struggling to move the tire and see the rockers. And what you want to do is you'll bump the tire until you see the rockers come up. You got your exhaust and your intake. When it goes down and then your intake goes down, they're both laying flush on this side, you know you got most of the pressure off of your push rods. So now we got, let's see here, this middle should come off, I think. There we go. See, it's that little We'll heat with the seal. So next we'll go with, you got 2 Allen heads, 3/16. Get those broke loose first. Then after that, you'll move to your 7/16. You want to do the smaller ones in the lower area first, and then leave your big ones on the top for last to keep the pressure. So we'll get these worked out. Boy, those Allen heads come out harder than anything else yet on this project, and it did make me a little nervous for a second. I want to switch this up. Deep will make it easier for these lower ones. Oh, I had to shut the door. My nephew's bumping some music. Don't want to get copyrighted. Gotta love YouTube. Out here just trying to have fun, make a living, you know what I'm saying? Come on, silly. And while we're here, I will say that I am not a certified or professional mechanic by any means. I would call myself a seasoned amateur. And I think all my experience came when I was really young. I had a job at Walmart in assembly. So I put together the bicycles and furniture, and that's where I learned it all. That was the course after the lawn and garden department. And then about 3 years of that bull crap, I realized, what am I doing? And it was time to load up. Drove across the country at 20 years old in a $100 pickup truck to go frame in Texas. But I knew I had to do something. Those are 1/2 inch. That ain't 7/16. I've been wanting to do this for a long time though. I literally just wanted to tear apart an Evo motor, any Harley motor. So you can watch videos on it, but for me, I can pick up a lot of the basics, but I don't really understand it until I'm hands-on. You know, that's when everything usually comes together for me in my mind. So I could have went and paid my buddy Todd up at Crystal City to do this, but I wanted to learn. It would have definitely been a lot easier to have somebody else do it, but that's part of it. Yeah, I don't know if I've gave Todd a shout out. Crystal City Motor Works. For any of your performance needs, he's definitely one of the best in the Central Finger Lakes. I'd highly recommend him. If you want to beef out any bikes, check him out. See how this goes. Oh, we got one hung up. Thought we were all out. There we go. Oh, wow. She was due. Yep. That rocker gasket would have been leaking in no time. There she is. You got your push rods, brown intake, pink exhaust, which is backwards by nature, if you know what I'm saying. You want a 1/2 inch 12 point. That's what you got to have. I grabbed the breaker bar. Well, I grabbed the torque wrench because the breaker bar is bigger. So I set it just over 50 just to see. And I'm getting it at 50 because your torque specs are 45. So 50 should take it off. But I think now I'm going to want an extension. Which, with the extension, you might lose a foot-pound. Ooh. Make sure the bike don't slip off the jack. Here we go. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. What you say? So pretty easy for those. And we're almost at the exciting part. Exciting for me. Like I said, I ain't never done this stuff. But we got YouTube College out there. you know. So it helps. And give her the old farmhand, working the rest of the way out. You want to pop your front motor mount off before you do this. Video I watched, the guy didn't do that, and then he's rocking the heads around trying to get that off. So that's you definitely don't want to be doing that. So you want to get all your supports loosened, so that way you don't get halfway through it and realize that's the last thing left, and now you're wrenching on your supports, twisting the heads around because they're not bolted in. And if you notice, this is pretty clean right here. It's because it's not stock. There's a new wiring harness ran on this whole bike. I rewired it all. So there's no turn signals, no tack. And none of all those extra bells and whistles. So you got your longs on top, your shorts down low. Pretty simple. Pull our push rods out. Brown's intake. Banks exhaust. Don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Moment of truth. Oh, we got some live action. Oh, there we go. One push rod came with it. That's okay. Sometimes they stay in the bottom, sometimes they don't. That don't look too bad, I guess. I'm used to dirt bikes. It don't look great to me either. Well, if that's a gasket, wow. I got a lot of cleaning to do. I got to get some gasket remover and do some razor blading on this thing. Here we go. Live action. First time, folks. Oh. Oh. She seems like she's close enough in the right spot, set low enough. I'm just gonna run with her. Try not to let it fall and ding the crank of the piston. Oop. Tried. I don't know how successful I was. The cylinder looks good. The piston does not. Man, that looks rough. Before I go any further, when you get to this point, stop everything that you're doing and plug this hole. Because if anything goes in there, your hole and these holes, your job just got a lot worse. Now you might be going over past YouTube college to fix it. I mean, maybe if you're really smart. I'm not. I didn't even graduate high school, folks. But here we are. Here we are. Wow. I know that ain't from me. That's from the prior owner because I'm running lean. I ain't running. I think the black's popping off from running so lean. So yeah, let's get them plugged in. All these out. Oop, hey, where'd you go? All right. All right. Who did it? I feel like I had it in my hand and I set it somewhere like a moron. There it is. Back in action. Oh, we're in there. See, now this one is doing what I didn't want it to do. Yes, we got to separate rocker cover. This is not what I wanted. Because this is tight like a tiger. I don't like the fact that it's bouncing. I don't think it... I got a little something going. I'm going to try something, and you're not supposed to do this. Ah, but it worked. You don't want to do that. Don't do what I just did. But I felt like it was a kind of a had-to basis. Oh, Joe, look at that. It just come right out. All right. How does this one come out? This is easy. Easy peasy Japanesey. You want to go same way, different way? Which way? All the way? We'll go all the way. Oh, we're going the other way. I'll have to remember that. Got to switcheroo. We got all new gaskets, so. All right, one thing I did forget to do is before I pulled this head off, I should have set these rockers down. But in my mind, maybe someone can tell me out there. Leave a comment if you know. If you got one side relaxed, shouldn't the other be compressed? This one's up just a little bit, but I got the head off, so we're just going to go for it. See what happens. Well, nothing's popping yet. Don't feel like there's no pressure, so it can't be too bad. Look at that, the gasket's so bound up, it's just holding it there. Come on. I'd like to say I feel good about this, but this is the easy part. Putting it back together is when you really know if you did a good job or not. Oh, which way? Oh, which way? It's so tight, Ricky. Hang a little lower. Ooh. Where'd you go? I don't like that. We're gonna get a magnet. We just dropped the washer. And I can see it, and I'd rather just get it now. Piston's there, but I ain't playing no games. There it is. Always have yourself a magnet handy. Definitely want one on these jobs. Pull the push rods out, and I think we're home free. We'll be able to feed those back in the same way. Oh, there it is. I can just feel the seal, the gasket just crumbling in my hands. Come on. Get you some. Not bad, not bad. Your bike wants to twist. Better put a foot on it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, baby. All right. Got them out. See what we got. Oh! It's always so nerve-wracking. Oh, piston's right at the top. Come on, honey. Last one. Ooh, there you go. There you go. Nice and easy does it. Easy does it. Ooh, ooh, easy. 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 All right. Let's get a rag stuffed in this thing before we go any further. It's gonna have to do. And I will put a rag in there, and then I will cover everything, because I always like to go double. Use my hand towel that I've been using. There, little extra protection, a little extra grease. All right, so there you have it. We have got the cylinders off, and we are ready for base gasket replacement, full gasket replacement. And so yeah, I'm gonna polish those things up. Probably do some cleaning on them tonight. I might have to get some, I forgot today after work to get gasket remover fluid. He has a long day grinding concrete. God, go work for yourself, they said. It'll be fun. But yeah, so stay tuned in the next video and follow along. We can throw her back together and see if we did it right. Ow!